Welcome back. In the previous lessons, we covered the basics of Gridbox Zero. Now we're ready to start building our events content application. In this lesson, we'll design the item layout by adding the fields that will define the structure of each event. Before we begin, let's rename our app. Open the Zero App settings in the Gridbox Administrator panel and change its title to Events. To start building our item layout, let's open the Single Item Layout Editor in Gridbox. Before adding the fields, let's make a few changes to the Post Intro section, which displays the event title and featured image. Open the Post Intro plugin settings. First, let's hide the author and publication date. Open the Info settings and disable the author and date options. Now let's make a small design adjustment to the category label. Go to the Design tab and select Info from the drop-down list. Clear the font size value so it inherits the size from its parent element. Then set the top margin to 20 pixels. Next, let's create a layout for our custom fields. Add a new 2-column row below the post intro. Open the row settings and set the top margin to 40 pixels. Using drag and drop, make the right column narrower than the left one. Now let's apply some basic styling to the columns. Open one of the columns and go to the Layout tab. Set the padding to 20 pixels on all sides. Enable borders on all 4 sides. Then set the border radius to 12 pixels and the border width to 1 pixel. To save time, copy the column styles using the context menu and paste them onto the second column. Our layout is now ready, and we can move on to the next step, adding the fields. For our Events application, we'll add the following fields. In the left column, we'll place Event Description, Event Gallery, Location Address, and Event Map. In the right column, we'll add Event Date, Event Time, Event Type, and Ticket Price. As you may remember, the Zero app already includes one default field, a text area with the tiny MCE editor enabled. This field is perfect for our event description, so there's no need to create a new one. Simply drag the field into the left column and remove the empty row. Now, open the field settings and change the label to Event Description. Next, go to the Design tab. Select the label element. Set the HTML tag to Heading 2 and change the font size to 20 pixels. Our first field is now ready. Let's continue by adding the remaining fields. Next, let's add the event gallery below the event description. Add a new plugin and select Field Simple Gallery. Open the plugin settings and set the admin label to the Event Gallery. Then set the number of columns to 4 and the thumbnail height to 200 pixels. Finally, go to the Layout tab and set the top margin to 40 pixels. Our gallery field is now ready. To display the event location, we'll use 2 fields. The first field will store the event address, and the second will display the location on Google Maps. Let's start with the address field. Open the plugin library and add a new field plugin. Keep the field type set to text and enter event location as the label. Next, open the Design tab. Select the label element, set the HTML tag to heading 2, and change the font size to 20 pixels. Finally, go to the Layout tab and set the top margin to 60 pixels. The address field is now ready. Next, let's add the Map field. Add the Field Google Maps plugin. Set the admin label to Select Location on Map. Then, open the Layout tab and set the top margin to 20 pixels. Also, set the border radius to 12 pixels. Our left column is now complete. All fields in the right column are similar in structure, so we will use the Field Group plugin. Add the Field Group plugin to the right column. The first field we need to add is Event Date. The Field Group plugin already includes one default field, so we will simply edit it. In the type settings, select Event Date. As you can see, there is also a standard date field available. However, the Event Date field is more advanced. It not only stores the date, but also works with other Gridbox features, such as the event calendar and content filters. This is why we will use Event Date for our Events application. Now, set the label to Event Date. Next, we will add the Event Time field. Duplicate the existing field and open its settings. In the field type, select Time. Then set the label to Event Time. This field will define the time of the event and complete the basic schedule information for each event item. Now, let's add the Event Type field. Duplicate the previous field and open its settings. In the field type, select Dropdown. Now we need to define the available values. Set the default value to Conference. Next, add additional options by clicking the Add icon. In the pop-up window, enter Workshop and click Save. Repeat the same process to add the following values: Concert, Exhibition, and Festival. Finally, set the label to Event Type. This field will allow us to categorize each event and will later be useful for filtering and search functionality. And finally, let's add the Ticket Price field. Duplicate the previous field and open its settings. In the field type, select Price. This field includes additional options that allow you to configure how the price is displayed, such as the currency symbol, currency position, and other currency-related settings. For this example, we will keep the default settings. Now, simply change the label to Ticket Price and save the field. We have now added all the necessary fields. Next, let's adjust the spacing between them. Go to the Design settings and select the Value element. Set the bottom margin to 20 pixels. This will create consistent spacing between all fields and improve the overall readability of the layout. Our event item layout is now complete. All required fields have been successfully added and the structure is ready. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's go to the item submission page, fill in the fields we created, and see how everything looks on the site. Let's open the item we created earlier. As you can see, there are now significantly more fields available. All the fields we added are displayed on the item submission page. Now let's start filling in the event details. The event description field is already filled from the previous lesson, so let's move on to the event gallery. Here we will select images from the Media Manager. Next, we will fill in the event location field by entering the address of the event venue. Below it, we have the Select Location on Map field from the Google Maps field plugin. It allows us to quickly search for an address and place it on the map. Let's enter the location and select it on the map. Next, select the event date using the calendar picker. Then, set the start time of the event. After that, choose the event type. And finally, enter the ticket price. Save the item, and let's take a look at the result on the front end. Our event item is now displayed with all the fields we have added. The images are shown in a beautiful lightbox with a smooth animation. The event address is displayed, along with a map showing the exact location marker. Users can also interact with the map using built-in controls for easier navigation. And of course, all our fields are displayed clearly: event date, event time, event type, and ticket price. What we have built here is the real power of Gridbox Zero. We created a fully structured event application not by using a fixed template, but by designing our own content system from scratch. We defined exactly what data we want to store, we built custom fields, and we shaped the layout the way we need it. This is the key idea behind Zero. You are not limited by predefined structures or layouts. Instead, you fully control how your content is created, stored, and displayed. And as you can see, the result is already a complete, functional event page with images, maps, dates, and structured information. In the next lesson, we will learn how to control and customize the display of fields on the item submission page. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.